how are you? Andy Suku, founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. So today I have an interesting topic to talk to you guys about, and this topic, there's a little bit of myth and a little bit of facts to it, right? And this topic is about consumer dispute investigations on consumer credit scores. Now, what I mean by that, obviously consumers have a right to challenge anything on their credit report, whether it's inaccurate. Let's say it's a collection account, a charge-off account, they don't believe it's theirs. You have the right to challenge that, and the credit bureau has to do an investigation and resolve it. If it's not yours, take it off. If it is yours and it comes back verified, obviously it stays on your credit report. Now, what happens behind the scenes when a consumer files a dispute? So when you file a dispute, there is a code called XB. X is in X-ray, B is in boys. It's a compliance condition code, and that's what's used when you put an account into dispute. Correlate that to consumer's credit report. It says consumer reinvestigation in progress, or something along the lines of that. That's what it says on a credit report, right? So that code XB, X is an X-ray, B is in boy, it's what the credit bureau is going to flag that account as. They're going to notate that account, saying that the consumer is disputing this account, and it's going to sit on the sideline, right? Now, what happened, and there's a lot of information going around online. If you Google this topic, or if you Google it and you do some research, there's a lot of blogs going around saying that the FICO system does not put this account in your credit score while it's in dispute. And that's actually incorrect. And that's where the myth and the facts come into play. That's actually incorrect. What does happen is the metrics for the balance and the credit limit, the payment history, that is not being calculated in the score. But the account, the length of the account, the ownership of the account, when the account was open, that is calculated in the score. All right? So that's where the facts and the myth come in. So now what happens is that once that account is flagged and is coded XB, the credit bureau is going to put it into dispute. And basically what the FICO system is, they don't want to penalize people for something that's in dispute, right? So they're going to put that account on the sideline and say, hey, you guys figure out what's going on with this account. Once you finish investigating it, let me know, and then I'll come back and I'll remove the dispute code. Whether if the account needs to be removed, it will be removed. If the account is verified, or the validity of the account was verified, then the XB code is going to come off, and the account is going to be staying on your credit report, and then your score is going to calculate back into the score. So now, here is where it gets a little tricky. When you apply for a mortgage, you all know that you cannot have an account in dispute. No mortgage company is going to proceed with a credit application when an account is in dispute. So remember I said that when the account is in dispute, when a consumer places the account in dispute, the XB code that gets noted on that account, it sits on the sideline. So the balance, the payment history is not calculated in the score. So your score is going to be, it's going to recalculate, right? Now, if that account is your account and you put it into dispute and the validity was verified, or is a verifiable account, now the account stays on your credit report. Once you remove that dispute comment, your scores are going to drop, which can cause you your mortgage application, your loan, or also can cause you your down payment, depending if you're already in contract. And most clients are in contracts, and then they find out they have an issue on their credit report and they're trying to fix it. Do not go into contract if you have negative items reported on your credit report. You don't want to be in a position where you can forfeit your down payment, or you can even lose the home. What I tell clients, and this goes for every single client and every mortgage company, I believe, follow the same process. When you pull your client's credit to approve them for, or pre-qualify them for a mortgage, if they have negative accounts, have them fix that account first before going into a contract. Because if they lose a down payment, that's a terrible feeling. And if you have negative things on your credit report, guys, resolve those things first. Do not try to go into a contract with negative things being on your credit report. Not only you can lose your down payment, if you resolve them, you can have a better score, which can get you a better terms and better interest rates on your mortgage. Okay? And we all know interest rates are pretty high right now. So again, the FICO system does not want to penalize people, so it puts the account on the sideline. The code that is actually being used is XB, X is in boy, X is in X-ray, B is in boy. Okay, so you guys don't see that. What you see on your credit report is consumer investigated reinvestigation in progress. That's what you would see on your credit report. But behind the scenes, that's how it's done. And this is why, instead of saying, oh, the account is not going to be including your credit score, I would rather likely say that this account will not affect your credit score, right? Because the metrics of balances and payment history is taken out, but the ownership, the length of the account, when the account was opened up, that still stays on the credit report. That's still calculated. So if you guys have any questions about the dispute process, reinvestigation process, credit scores, definitely drop a comment below, and I'll try to get back to you guys about that, okay? Talk to you soon. Have a great day.